Okay, let's start by improving the look of our text. So we go into the UI and we're gonna create a folder to this one and call it combat text this and put it all in here. And then we go back to the prefabs, go into the player, this, delete the combat spawner for now. Make it 2D like that. Make a game object and call it combat text mesh. I'm gonna add a text mesh pro text like that, and you're gonna import the TMP. You can just close this again when that open up. Close this now, and we're gonna add in 1000 this. Gonna set in the middle at the bottom like that. Gonna change this a bit, put this down to like 8, maybe even 6 actually, maybe even 4, depending how you want it. This down, push this down, and make the x0, y0, and for now we're just gonna push it a bit up so it is here. We're gonna change the color to like red, so now it looks like this. We can take off the gizmo so it's easier to see. We can put on the outline and put up the thickness a bit. So we have like this color now. So it's already looked better. Then we're gonna add a face cam. We're gonna add an animator. Or actually animation is called. And then we're gonna click on the animation. We're gonna create a fading mesh pro. And we're gonna add a property and gonna have the scale. That we're gonna have another one gonna be the anchored position. So let's add the color, this mess, font color, that, and then we're gonna go up here and we're gonna say when you're done it should be away like that. Add a key, also add a we need an event here. So let's see how it looks. It looks like this. Already much better. You can change it to how you like it. But for now we're gonna do this. Maybe actually put this a little bit down. That. Yeah. And then we're gonna add a script to it and call it combat text pro. This. It's a new script. Create. Go into the new script. Let's see, it was there. Open it. So we're gonna use the TM Pro now instead. So it's actually kind of like for namespace, RPG, UI, damage text, brackets. Oh, I wrote this a bit too fast there. Put it up here. Take all of this inside here. Move this. Say, okay, we have a serializable field and call it textmeshpro and call it combat text pro used to nothing and public void destroy text. So we've done all of this before, so we say destroy game object, and if you remember we also needed a public void set. Sorry, actually just go into this one, copy paste, put it in, and then change these names like this. Right click on that, add the system, boom. That was the first one, and so now that part is done. So we're gonna go into our prefabs UI. Let's make a Combat Text Pro version. Open that, put it in there. Take this one if you, like me, did it wrong, put it in there. So we have like the regular one and we have the Pro one. So let's delete it and add a new game object, call it the Combat Text Spawner Pro. I'm gonna add a script to it and call it Combat Text Spawner Pro. That, and gonna open the new scripts. Do the same one more time. Namespace RPG UI dot damage text. Take this, copy paste it in there. Do it all one more time, so you can actually go into the not the spawner, not the text. Let's see, where do we have it? Combat text spawner. You can take this part, put it in like this, and then you need to change this to the Pro version, Combat Text Pro, and you take it in here, like that. So now that one is also done. Just set this to 0, 0, 0. Make a prefab, put in the text like that. Make sure that we this one also put in text like that. And what do we need more to do inside this one? We actually forgot to put this animation event up, and we call it destroy text like that. And then let's delete this. Oh yeah, this deletes this spawner here. And instead let's add the new one, the Pro one. That. And see, that was on the goblins. And test it out. So it won't work because we forgot one very important thing. Let's go into prefabs enemy, the example goblin here. We forgot to go into the help script. We have it here, and we move this one in and say spawn, and of course we do the same with the player. So in here, put in the spawn and say that. Let's try again. So as you can see, there is one problem. We didn't add the animation. So let's go back into the UI, take this one and put in the animation, and are they all fine? 0, 0, 0, right? And see. So we have 3. Can be a bit hard to see the damage we do on the goblin, I think, because of their name. Oh, it's all the way up there. So let's find out why it's all the way up there. Prefabs, enemy, goblin. So text mess is a little bit uneven actually. So let's put that into the center and middle center. Put a little bit down. See if that doesn't fix something. So now it's up there, so it's a bit far up. So let's just do the final part here and change this to 0 and actually open it, because now when we changed it, I think the animation also will be kind of weird. Yeah, so this one needs to be 0, put in the first position, and this one should only be like 0.4. Put in the key. That. So let's see how that looks. Test it off. Go in. Equip the weapon. Yeah. So the area where it's sitting right now, it seems fine. And then we see the problem with the player. In general, like, it's better that we have something that works for the enemy than the player, because the players, there's only one player, but there's a lot of enemies. So just go into the prefab, find the player, open the player, take this spawn one, and just move it up like this. So we only have to do that one time. So it's better for us to make sure that the enemy works. And let's see, yeah, great. So let's end it at that.